Hi. Yesterday I went for a early morning swim at a lake that I love to go to, and there weren't a lot of people there, but there were some kids who were throwing rocks into the swimming area, the beachy area, and there was a granddad and his grandson fishing a little way away, and this granddad told those kids that they shouldn't be throwing rocks in where people swim because people step on it and hurt their feet. So I kind of saw this whole thing going on. And I also noticed that where they were fishing was also a place where people walked into the water. And so my first thought was, great. And now your hooks are going to be, in the sand where people walk. So I kind of sat there and thought about it for a little bit. And as I was getting ready to go in the water, I just said to him really gently, I'm a little afraid of walking here now because I'm wondering if there are fish hooks that I'm going to step on. And he didn't respond. And I said, I'm worried that it's going to hurt somebody. And he immediately jumped to, yeah, that's why I told him not to throw rocks. And I was a little confused. And I walked into the water and then I was swimming and I'm like, how often do we as adults get so kind of focused on the lesson we're trying to teach or the wisdom we're trying to impart that we can't actually hear our kids and when they respond to us? Because what I was saying to this guy was, your fishing here has made me afraid. I'm afraid to walk here now. And I was really direct with that, and he couldn't even hear it. And I think that happens a lot as adults. We're like, oh, there's an object lesson here, or there's something that I need to teach here. There's something I want to make sure my kid gets out of this experience. And often they're really communicating to us information that we can't even hear. And it made me think of a guy that I had in my house who his job was to take out the garbage. And, you need to take it out so that it can get picked up on the right day. And he'd forgotten to do it, and it was late at night, and I just reminded him, oh, you need to take out the garbage. In the morning, it'll be too late. And he didn't want to do it, and he did everything he could to come up with another solution, and I was just, got to keep to our responsibilities. So he took the garbage out, and he came back, and he was in total distress, and he was sweating, and he'd run all the way to, the curb. And when I finally let go of my, you need to do this because you said you'd do it thing, I found out that he was afraid of the dark and that he was terrified to go outside by himself and take the garbage out. And it was only maybe 30 feet. It didn't really matter. He was terrified. And, my insistence and my, power trip over him forced him to do it. But I think if I had had a little more attention towards him, a little less, obsessing about, the object lesson of do what you say you're going to do, I might have realized that, he had a problem and we could have addressed it. Anyway, all that came up in the 5 minutes it took me to get out in the middle of the lake. And then I swam free of thought. But I think this happens a lot with us adults. I think it's something for us to look at. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.